Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back. And get ready for a spooky topic. Today, we're going to talk about the dark secrets hidden in famous cartoons. One story is very sad, about a little girl's mom who dies. So, if you really love your mom, take a moment to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell right now. Trust me, I will always be here to protect you.
1. K-pop Demon Hunter.
I bet most of us have seen the cartoon K-pop Demon Hunters, right? You all know that the main character, Rumi, lost her mom when she was very young. After that, her mom's best friend, Celine, adopted and took care of her. But what if I told you that Celine is hiding a terrible secret? Let's watch this video together to find out the scary truth behind this story.
She killed Rumi's mom. In one of the deleted scenes for K-pop Demon Hunter, it was actually confirmed that we would find out Celine is the one responsible for unaliving Rumi's mom. She discovered Rumi's dad was a powerful demon and went to take him out, but during the fight, things went horribly wrong. She not only killed him, but accidentally killed her best friend. And in her dying breath, Rumi's mom asked Celine to take care of her daughter. And from that moment on, Celine's overprotective nature was all about guilt. Every choice she made for Rumi since has been her way of trying to make up for the one mistake that changed everything.
Here's a picture about this idea, suggesting it might be true. As you can see in this picture, it's Rumi crying, and the text says, "Celine, why did you kill my mom?" But the thing is, this is just a draft. If you are an artist, you know that many ideas and stories are just random thoughts that are not official. Also, the real artist behind these drawings said that in the first story idea, Celine accidentally killed Rumi's mom. This explains why Celine always looks guilty when she is with Rumi. If you look closely, whenever Celine talks about Rumi's mom, she sounds very guilty. I can totally understand that it was a mistake. What if Celine saw Rumi's mom hugging her dad and thought,
"Oh no,
the demon is trying to choke her," when they were just hugging? But tell me what you think the truth is about Celine and Rumi's mom. Do you know who deserves a hug right now? You do. I hope that in the next part of the story, we will learn more about Rumi's mom, because I'm sure she misses and loves her very much. I also believe you love your mom, right, my dears? Because you already liked and subscribed. But I also want to ask you who your favorite character in K-pop Demon Hunters is.
2. Peko Chan.
Peko Chan is a famous cartoon character from Japan. She is the face of a candy company. She is on many candy bags, especially for milky candy. She has been around since 1950, which is a very long time. Many people think Peko Chan is from a cartoon show, but that is not true. She is just in commercials and on candy boxes. But there is a very dark story about her. A scary legend says that in the past, Peko Chan and her family were very poor. They had no food to eat. The mom had a terrible idea. This video will explain.
Let's talk about
Peko Chan.
So Differently Peko Chan is a cartoon that is for kids. And it's famous. It is a candy that is from Japan. But it has a dark story. That her mom and her brother is poor. So they don't have a food to eat. And the mom has an idea. Her mom broke her arm and let them eat the mom's arm. And Peko Chan started eating her mom's arm. And Peko Chan killed her mom and eat her. And when you search Peko Chan, you see the tongue is out. Is it because she is looking at her mom's blood? Stay safe, guys. Thank you for 200 plus likes.
The story says that Peko Chan started eating the arm, but her hunger did not stop. The legend says that she ate her mom entirely. This is just a legend, so do not worry. Peko Chan is just a cute candy mascot. But some people say that if you leave candy out at night, Peko Chan might come for it. Now, let's talk about another famous character. Have you heard of Hello Kitty? Some people say she is evil and will get you. You have to watch this video to understand the dark story behind it.
3. Hello Kitty.
You probably know her, that cute little cat with a bow. You may have noticed that she doesn't have a mouth. A scary story will tell you why.
Hello Kitty isn't what you actually think it is. What you're about to hear will shock you. Hello Kitty was actually made to spread demonic messages. Yes, you heard that right. It all started in 1974 when a young 14-year-old Chinese girl who unfortunately had mouth cancer spent most her years at the hospital. Days after days, her mother took her to countless doctors to try to help her, but all failed. She then took her to churches but also failed. Out of desperation, she decided to speak with a demon. The demon promised to cure her in exchange of creating a character who could go around the world, and in this way he could spread his satanic doctrine to all humanity. Therefore, the mother created Hello Kitty, which when translated to Chinese, the word kitty actually means demon. So in reality, it means, hello demon. The reason this character has no mouth is to reference the illness that the little girl was carrying. If you want to see part 2, click this icon, then more than photos.
But you can think that she was made to be a cute and simple character. Her design without a mouth is so people can feel their own emotions when they look at her. You can be happy, sad, or anything else, and she will seem to feel the same way. It's a nice idea, not a scary one. Hey, I forgot. Who was the bad guy in Spongebob? I remember there are many, but the main one is a very small, green guy. He always tries to steal a secret recipe. Do you know who I am talking about?
4. Spongebob.
This origin story of SpongeBob SquarePants is so dark, it will change how you see the show forever. It talks about greed, secrets, and a scary truth about Mr. Krabs.
This SpongeBob origin story is so dark, it will change the way you look at SpongeBob forever. Pearl's father is actually the whale we see in the jailbreak episode in Season 9, but he's actually in there for killing his wife, also known as Pearl's mother. After he tried to escape the scene before getting arrested, Mr. Krabs stumbled across the crime scene and the carcass of the mother whale and baby Pearl left all by herself. But here's the disturbing part. When a whale dies, its dead body can fuel an entire ecosystem. And so Mr. Krabs, overcome with excitement and greed, sees this as an opportunity to make a shit ton of money and comes up with the idea of the Krusty Krab restaurant, adding pieces of Pearl's mother into the Krabby Patty formula as the secret ingredient. But here's where it gets real dark. Mr. Krabs only adopted Pearl as an alternative meat supply in case he runs out, and is trying to isolate her from her father and friends. Could this be the reason why he spoils her with so many gifts, so that she doesn't end up leaving? Throughout the program, Mr. Krabs always expresses how once his daughter is fully grown, she's going to go off to college, when in actuality what he means is, she's getting butchered, cooked, and served up to customers. Follow for more dark origin stories.
This is a very dark story. It makes us think about what a person can do for money. It is hard to believe that Mr. Krabs, a character we know, could be so evil. You think it is all. No, here's another theory about SpongeBob SquarePants that might change how you see the show. It's about Mermaid Man's famous panic attacks and who, or what, is really the cause.
There's a detail in SpongeBob that forever changed how I see the show. One of Mermaid Man's running gags in the earlier seasons was for him to panic and cry out the word at the mere thought of evil. Except that's not exactly what it is. In Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2, the heroes talk about villains with SpongeBob, and even run into 2 villains they had a history with. If anything would trigger Mermaid Man, it would be them. But Mermaid Man stays level-headed throughout the episode. So what is it that triggers Mermaid Man's panic attacks? It's the presence of one oddly specific character, Patrick Star. In the first Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episode, Mermaid Man gets triggered when SpongeBob and Patrick both visit them at the retirement home. Then SpongeBob goes by himself. And while Mermaid Man is senile, he doesn't panic. At the end of the episode, SpongeBob and Patrick are together again, and the heroes spend time with only SpongeBob in their second episode, so we know SpongeBob isn't the trigger. But then in Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3, the episode where SpongeBob and Patrick are house-sitting for the superheroes, Patrick jumps into the scene, and right on cue, evil! The show seems to go out of its way to show us that there's a connection between Mermaid Man's panic attacks and Patrick being in his proximity, which is an oddly specific detail in a show without much consistency. And yes, I could write this off as happenstance, but why are Patrick and Mermaid Man the only 2 characters who know how to set Mermaid Man's utility belt to Wumbo?
Well, it should be set to W for Wumbo.
Did you set it to Wumbo?
SpongeBob was always set up as the bigger Mermaid Man fan.
This is a very interesting theory. It's a small detail, but it makes you think. Why would Patrick be the one to cause Mermaid Man's panic? And why do they both know the secret to Wumbo? It shows that maybe there are more secrets in the show than we thought.
5. Pingu Dream.
Next up is Pingu, the cute clay penguin who walks around and says newt newt. But one episode of his show is very scary. It starts with his mom reading him a story. Then, his bed starts to move and shake. It seems fun for a second, but then it becomes a nightmare. You have to watch the whole episode to see why it is so scary.
This episode scared kids growing up. In the 1990s, the innocent claymation show Pingu released an episode called Pingu's Dream. What was supposed to be a silly little bedtime story turned into a nightmare for most kids watching this episode. The episode begins like any other. Pingu eats dinner, goes to bed, and then it gets weird. His bed suddenly floats away from his igloo, drifting into a bizarre, surreal dream world. At first, it's strange but harmless. Floating fish, warped landscapes, cartoon logic, but then we're introduced to the walrus, a massive claymation creature with dead human eyes, a giant smile, and a voice that makes your skin crawl. It doesn't speak, it laughs. Loud, disturbing, broken laughter that echoes through the icy nightmare. It taunts Pingu. It mocks him. It plays with its food. And Pingu, this goofy, playful penguin, is left terrified, frozen in fear. And believe it or not, this episode was banned in several countries for being too disturbing for children. Some say it gave them nightmares for years. Others blocked it out entirely, until they saw that face again online.
The scary thing in the dream was a walrus, not a seal, and it laughs like it knows all your darkest secrets. Pingu freezes in fear, and the kids watching freeze too. Right then, their childhood sleep schedules were ruined forever. Parents were probably thinking, "Thanks Pingu, we love the trauma." Looking back, the walrus is still very scary, but the creepy feeling also comes from how clay animation looks. The episode was so scary that it was banned in some countries, but the truth is, there's nothing really evil hiding in it. It's just a strange dream scene that was much scarier than the people who made the show probably thought it would be. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. It would make me so happy to have you here.
6. Tom and Jerry.
Okay, on to the next topic. Tom and Jerry is a cartoon that should be harmless. Tom gets hurt, Jerry laughs, and it happens again and again. But there is a scary story about a lost episode called Tom's Basement. This episode is not funny at all. Don't be scared. Watch until the end.
The lost episode of Tom and Jerry, Tom Basement. So we all know the cartoon Tom and Jerry, where you can see a cat and a mouse. The cat named Tom liked to chase the mouse named Jerry. Even though Tom liked to chase Jerry, they were still friends. But once, there was one episode where Tom cut the Jerry head with a knife. Here's how it looked like. It may be too creepy and disturbing for those people who watches this, and the episode was deleted from the TV shows. Stay safe and follow for more.
Dude, what the heck is even that? Like, no warning or funny meme. It was just disturbing. The video was so creepy that it was supposedly pulled from TV entirely. This episode became famous because of how dark and scary it was. The story is shocking and changed how many people see the classic cartoon, because it showed that even a simple cartoon could have a terrible secret.
7. Pokémon.
Next up is Pokémon Day. This show was everywhere in the 90 seconds. But one episode nearly ended it all. The episode was called Deno Senshi Porygon and it aired in Japan. In one scene, there were very fast red and blue flashes. This was from Pikachu's Thunderbolt attack. The flashes were so intense that they caused a big problem for people watching at home. Make sure to watch this until the end to find out what happened.
Banned episodes of kids' TV shows. Part 4. An episode of the harmless Pokemon cartoon caused almost 700 kids to be hospitalized. The incident, known as the Pokemon Shock, happened during the episode Deno Senshi Porygon that aired in December 1997. It features Ash and the gang entering cyberspace to stop Team Rocket, who have stolen a prototype Porygon. While inside, Pikachu's Thunderbolt attack causes an explosion, making the screen flash red and blue at about 12 times per second. The visual effects caused seizures in a significant number of viewers, leading to 685 kids getting sent to the hospital, and the total number who reported symptoms of blurred vision, headaches, dizziness, and nausea was about 12,000 children. But the real victim was Nintendo's stock, which fell 3%, and the Pokemon series went on a 4-month hiatus, with the Porygon episode episode never airing again. I believe there's an alternate universe somewhere out there where this episode single-handedly topples the Pokemon empire right here in 1997. And it did forever change Japanese television. After the incident, a message would play before all episodes of television, warning viewers to not sit too close to the screen and to only watch in a bright room. Porygon became the Fall Man and was never seen in an episode again. But in 2020, their official Twitter account cracked a joke, tweeting, "Porygon did nothing wrong," which is true because it's Pikachu's attack that technically caused the flashing lights, not Porygon. Still, the tweet was deleted quickly after, so I guess it was still too soon.
Those lights were truly dangerous. It's crazy to think a show meant for kids could accidentally hurt them like that. It wasn't a scary ghost story. It was a real-life medical emergency that sent hundreds of kids to the hospital. And you're right, Porygon took the blame for no reason. It wasn't even the one that made the flashing lights. Pikachu was. But because of that one episode, Porygon was banned from the show forever. It's not fair at all. It's a sad reminder of how things can go wrong, and innocent characters can be punished for something they didn't do. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.